The following review is on Sideswipe, the deluxe figure from the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy collection. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to do Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Deluxe Sideswipe. As always, we'll take a look at the packaging. It says Transformers Generations Takari Toma. There is Sideswipe in the package. This is a deluxe class with some artwork. There is the Siege poster. And on the back, it is Sideswipe, Robot Takar in 16 steps, and is compatible with all the different Battlemasters. And on top is our Ross. Now, everybody has been saying on Facebook that Ross has these guys marked down. And this is September of 2020. So if you're out there, visit your Ross stores and you might get some cheap Transformers. Now let's get this guy out of the package and see what we've got. Now we've got him unboxed. First we're going to take a look at the directions. Here's the instruction booklet. Transformers Siege, blah blah blah, Sideswipe, number WFCS7. And it is basically, that's how you put his two weapons together. He's got the RR Gyrofuse Axle Switch Hyper Blaster. Whew, that's a big mouthful. And you could put that on his shoulder. And the instructions from Robot Takar, 16 steps. He can carry the weapon in car mode. And on the back, he is compatible with Micromasters, Battlemasters, Fire Blast effects. You can put in two hands, and he's got the two, you could put the gun in each hand, and you could put the gun on each shoulder. Okay, the black weapon is the Photo Pulsar Photon Launcher, and this is W10. And the red weapon is the W5 Gyro Blaster, and there's some text for it. And that is it for the instruction booklet. Now these do show you a lot of how they're compatible. And here are these two weapons again. There's the black one. It looks like basically this is a 5mm port, and this is a rectangular tab where you could put him in the shoulder. Here is the red gun. This almost looks like the one from one of the Weaponizers. 6-gun. Yeah, it looks like 6 guns. And then you could put these together like that. You could be straight like that, or you could put them out to the side. And then if you look here, you have those rectangular ports. So you could put him there. You could put him there. And they each have a 5mm port. So you could put them as two separate weapons. And that is it for the weapons. Now we're going to take a look at Sideswipe himself. First we'll get a look at that head sculpt. Very G1-ish. You got the blue eyes, silver face, and black head. You got the red, boy, that red Autobot symbol you can barely see. It blends in with this redness. And then you got the two ports there. You got that off-white on the arms. You got the black hands. You got the waist, little silver, little black. And down the feet, you have some battle damage, looks like. Some silver paint mixed in with the black. The feet are gray. And there you go, the wheels are black, and they got kind of like a sheriff's star, what do you call it, rims. And so the other two wheels are hidden up here. And there's the back. Pretty clean backpack, just like Red Alert. He's got really no backpack that sticks out. Very, very thin profile. Not really, if you look here, you can see the hollowness in his legs, but he's actually fills out pretty good. Now, the only issue I have with both of these, Red Alert and him, is these back panels. To me, it's like if they would have somehow could have covered them up or made them fold out, but this areas right here is so thick and long, and it just, really, it's like it sticks out. They could have done something better with it. And then we'll put this here, and we'll put the weapon in his hand like that. Now if you put this weapon up here, he really can't, his vision is very limited because he's got this big missile launcher here. Now let's do articulation. The head does a full 360. It goes down that far and goes up that far. That's pretty more than most figures in his class. Arm does a whole 360, goes out that much, 90-degree bend, and he's got bicep swivel, and his hands do go in for transformation. He's got his waist don't rotate, but he does at the crotch piece and the thighs. That rotates around. Again, the other hand, same way. Whoops. And then the feet, he can do more than 90 forward. He can do 90 back. He can do the full split. He can do 90-degree at the knees. And these can rotate like that, or they not rotate, but you got the ankle swivel, and they do go up and down because they fold in for transformation. And that is Sideswipe. Now let's do some robot comparison. And our first robot to robot comparison is going to be Red Alert. That is his mold mate. And the difference is the weapons and the head is a little different. Looks like Sideswipe's got a bigger nose than Red Alert. Let's go, we'll keep with the Siege. Here is Deluxe Mirage. And they're about the same size. Hound, a little bigger. Ironhide is definitely a little bigger than Sideswipe. We got a Voyager Optimus Prime. This is the classic animation mold. The cell animation. And since we just got him and I'm doing this review late, this is Studio Series Leadfoot from Dark of the Moon. And that is it for Robot to Robot. And before we transform him, I forgot to take a look at the Siege packaging. No, these aren't display case like the Studio Series, but it seems everyone's got a, let's see, paper, plastic tray. Oh no, everyone's got their own little symbol, and that is Sideswipe Swimble. Maybe someday somebody will do a video on what they all mean, but for right now, it's just neat that they come with them. Okay, first thing you want to do is, I like to fold in the arms. And you lift this whole section up like that. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Move his head. Lift this section up. And then this you lift down. What you want to do is, move the arms up, because this is what I always forget. These things have to fold down now. Then you can move the arm down. Now the arm, what you do is you fold it in, and it fits right in there. So elbow up, and then you rotate. There's plenty of clearance in here for that. And now we have the top of the car. So now he almost looks like he's a Veritech fighter. Anyway, okay, what you want to do is rotate at the waist. These will open up, and this will push. You gotta, this is like the knee part right here. You gotta see it. That will hit that right there. So you push it in, you push this in. Again, you want to push that in all the way. You can now connect the feet, and then you just rotate this whole thing around like so. Make sure, and then fold these in. Make sure he's nice and compact. And there is Sideswipe. Now this is a Cybertronian mode Sideswipe. In a way, I wish they would have made every figure like Optimus. You got a Cybertronian mode and you got a Earth mode. But this is only Sideswipe in a Cybertronian mode. And I dig him. He's a pretty cool car. First, take a look at that red Autobot sticker. So it's got white or silver in it, so you can still make out the symbol, but it is pretty red. And you have a peg for the blast effect right there. You got that black see-through windshield. You got some detailing down here. You got some holes there. Back of the car doesn't look too bad. Side of the car, you got those looks like Sheriff Star wheels. You got some black. Now this is all molded in, which is pretty cool. You got a 5mm peg there, or port there. 5mm port here. And on the bottom, basically, there's his arms folded in. You could barely see the bottom of his head, and he compacts pretty good. And he rolls nice. And then his weapon, you put in that port right there. And now, Sideswipe, and he rolls really nice too. Sideswipe is all armed up. And now let's do some vehicle-to-vehicle comparisons. Okay, our first vehicle-to-vehicle, we're going to bring in his brother, Red Alert. Now, these are the same mold with I don't think there's any changes except the roll bar light and the weapon. I mean, they still have the same wheels. They have the same pattern. Everything is exactly the same except the color and the roll bar. And this is Hound. Now, Hound was part of the Cybertronian, but to me this looks like an American Jeep or an Earth Jeep. And then we have the Cybertronian Mirage. That's how those two guys line up. And then Ironhide is one of your bigger deluxes. And that's how those two guys line up. We're going to bring in Studio Series Leadfoot. And that is how these two deluxes line up. Leadfoot is longer. And then our Voyager Optimus Prime. So that is how those two guys line up. And remember, that's a Voyager and the other one is a Deluxe. Now, to transform him back, we're going to remove the weaponry. We are going to, let's do the feet first. Let's raise the weapon up. It's going to come back here and, let's see. Oh, whoops. Forgot the first one. Open these panels up. Then you can fold the legs back like that. You can pull out the feet. And see this little section right here? This is what moves. So you can use this to pull out the feet. Close them up, separate the legs. And then you want to rotate at the waist. Pull these out. The arms can go out. And we're just going to want to lift them up like this. So you can close these panels. Take out the hands. Take out the hands. This black piece goes up and that fits the stomach. And that pegs in there. Pull the arms down. Pull the arms down. And now Sideswipe is back to robot mode. Now, we're going to do the battle effects. He's got one there. And let's see, is that all he's got? That looks like he's got one battle effect port. And then here's a red one. Yeah, unfortunately he's only got the one. I wonder if you can do these. No, you can't. So he's just got the one battle effect. And as we saw in the directions, here is Smashdown, the club. He can do Firebolt, the Battlemaster guns, like the old Target Masters, and the Micro Masters. There is Flak and Top Shot, like that. And that is it for all compatibility. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the 6-gun, and we're going to arm him up. So we're going to do some movie magic. And here is Sideswipe, all armored up with 6-gun. Now, before, real quick, I talked to you about that gun I thought was the similar. And there they are. Sideswipe's is a little different shade of red, but they are basically the same gun. I think this is a little longer. Yeah, Sideswipe's is a little longer than 6-gun's. But they are the same. And as we look over Sideswipe, Sideswipe always had a backpack, so I like to use 6-gun as a backpack. That part right back here. See, it's got the blasters here. Oops, I forgot to turn this around. There we go. So that is Sideswipe's backpack. You've got the added feet. You got the guns here. This is a one big gun here from 6 Guns torso. And then you got the arms, and you can even, if you want, you can do this as guns. You know, so that is what the weaponizers are. Now in the new wave, it's the modulators, which we will discuss later. Actually, I have Ironworks, but that's another completely different set of characters now. So there is 6 Gun, or Sideswipe. Now let's get him back to normal. And now we're back to Sideswipe being normal. Actually, we'll put this up here like that. And you know this hits his head, so we're just going to do it on this side. Let's see. And that is how I'm going to probably display Sideswipe. And he's a nice figure. You know, it's they did remold Red Alert after him, and they changed the roll bar and the weapons, but all in all, I do like Sideswipe. I never had the original when I was a kid, so I'm glad I got some kind of Sideswipe. And now we're going to have to get Sunstreaker. It's coming out, of course, because they're brothers. Even though how could Autobots be brothers? Maybe they're from the same spark. I don't know, but anyway. Alright, that's this. This is it for this Sideswipe review. Remember to like, share, subscribe to my channel. We do Transformers, then we do some DC, we do some Marvel figures. And we also do new toy sightings and all that good stuff. DVD unboxings. Just subscribe and check it out. Alright, Rodimusbill saying, till all are one, Sideswipe out.